Hey guys, welcome to LALoveCreative, and today we're talking about the Nanlite Forza 500 and why I decided to use that light and get that light over the Aperture 600D. Let's get it. Now, if you're new to this channel, I shoot with Aperture lights pretty much exclusively. I shoot commercial work with them, I do product photography, wedding videography. I do all different types of stuff with the Aperture lineup of lights. And I've been eyeing the Aperture 600D, not the Pro, but the D, because the price got cheaper, the light quality is the same. It's just a really quality light for about $1,500 in California and LA with tax. So I realized that I could save a little bit money, especially with the Nanlite Forza 500. Being a little older, you could save a lot of money and get a light that is equally as cool and equally as dope. I got so excited. I used this light on a fashion photography shoot. As soon as I got home, I was like, let me do my commentary on it. Let me talk about it. And I will say right now, the Forza 500 is such an amazing light. You don't even have to watch the whole review. It's an amazing light. Let's explain some reasons why. For one, when I first started doing photography and videography, the brightest light you could plug into like a standard household, whatever, was like M18. And when I mean you could plug it in, I'm talking about you tripped out every house, you tripped all the electrical. Lights are so powerful now with Aperture's 1200D that they got coming out that you can plug into a household. LED lighting is so far better than I ever could have imagined. And the Forza 500 is a testament to how great lights are right now. When I got the Forza 500, I was blown away by the build quality. I was blown away by the whole package. I shot a whole fashion photography shoot today just using the Nanlite Forza 500 and my Aperture 200, my Aperture Amaran 200D as like a backup, as like a fill. And I shot all of that with no flashes, no strobes, and I was in a studio environment, and that's just groundbreaking. Now, when I was shooting this model, Anastasia, I've shot her before on this channel, amazing model. She's a dancer as well. So when you shoot with models that are dancers, they just move. They just constantly move, and you're just like, they're just a joy to work with as a photographer. I wanted to infuse a little bit of a beauty lighting with a little bit of a red gel into my work. So I actually threw my beauty dish on the Forza 500 and I put that on there full power. I kind of feathered it off from the background so it wasn't just fully blasting on the background. I wanted kind of like a shadow where you could clearly see light to dark. And then I filled that shadow with red. So we had a strong red tone to the image, and I think it turned out great and exactly what I wanted. I wanted a subtle red look, but a clean photography look, and it looked amazing. Another light setup that I did with the Forza 500 is I did something kind of similar to the first setup. I had the Forza 500 with a beauty dish on it. I made sure that it was feathered, but kind of on the model, but a little bit off from the background. So kind of feathered off so it wasn't spilling onto the background. And on top of that, I had a grid on my beauty light, on my beauty dish, so that it kind of controlled the light so it wasn't going everywhere. And then to make things even more red and more cinematic, I took my Amaran 200D and I put a red gel on it and I bounced it into a bounce board. So it basically did kind of like a half book light onto the model so that we had soft red light kind of just infusing the shadows. And there's some of my favorite images of the day. And I'm so glad that I literally did this because it just looks amazing. And I think those images turned out great. The Forza 500 has all the features that you would need. It has effects, it's dimmable, it can dim all the way to 1%. It's got a really thin ballast. That's one of my favorite things about it is I thought it was gonna be really heavy, and the light is actually pretty light considering how much light output it has. It's not that loud. The only issue I would say with the fan is if you're going full power, you're gonna hear the humming and a little bit of a buzzing. That's not a big deal. You probably will hear it right now because I'm shooting with the light right now. But if you're doing something like an interview or some type of thing like that where you're really worried about the audio, all you have to do, in my opinion, turn it down to about 90%, 85%. You'll have less light output, but the humming will stop. And it's a great quick save when you have that humming with that light. Now, you're probably wondering why I didn't get the Aperture 600D. The Aperture 600D is $1,300, but with tax where I live, is $1,500. I would rather save $1,000, buy two Forza 500s. Yes, I'll have less output compared to the 600D, but the quality of these lights is amazing. Aperture lights are amazing. Save a little money if you really don't care about, the extra 100 watts of light. Save a little money, get the Forza 500. And you will not be disappointed, in my opinion. So that's all I have to say about the Forza 500. I think it's a great light. Honestly, if you're looking for a 500 watt light or anything that's just super, super bright, I think you should consider this light. Nanlite lights are amazing. And I'm probably gonna buy some more Nanlite lights now that I know that this light is so good. So that's all I have to say about the light. See you next time. See you later.